Everybody, Phil Clemente here, Air Filtration Solutions. Hope you're all doing well out there amongst this crazy times with this COVID-19 amongst us now. It's really changing the game on HVAC systems in general. So, here on LinkedIn, I've seen a lot of really good presentations, uh, just advice on how to do things because a lot of facilities are switching to 100% outside air instead of recirculating a certain percentage of air. Everybody's going to 100% outside air, so it's changing the ball game in several ways. Now, a lot of people are contacting me and asking me about increasing efficiency in air filters. Now, this is the trend right now. This is what's going on. So, let's just get a perspective from uh, HVAC filter side because as many presentations as I've seen about this, mechanical contractors, design engineers giving, no one's touching on air filters, and it just blows my mind because they play such a huge part in how a system functions. Very, very important. But anyhow, here is my uh, nickel's worth of advice into this, or my concept, I should say. Um, People are calling me and looking to buy MERV 13, MERV 14 pleated filters. And this is just kind of blowing me away because even though you're buying a MERV 13 or a MERV 14 product, yeah, in theory or technically you're increasing your efficiency, but you're not solving a problem that I have been I've exposed and have been exposing for decades now. The problems with pleated filters because you buy pleated filters and put them in your system, you're still going to have bypass that they are notorious for allowing. And with bypass like this, over time and a relatively short amount of time, this results in these types of conditions. Which is completely unacceptable, especially during these times. Now, you're going to have that even though you upgraded to MERV 13 or 14 products because you still haven't solved the problem of eliminating the bypass and the gaps that they are notorious for allowing. Not only that, you all know how vulnerable they are to the elements. So, my concept is these pleated filters are not the answer. First of all, this is my concept. I think what you all need to know, what I need to know, is take an average square foot of air and what particles make up that average square foot of air. And here's a chart that I had shared with you here on LinkedIn a while ago. So this test was conducted by a local university, and it shows that over 90% of the air that we breathe is made up of microns average of 2 on up, on up, 20 microns. That's going to make up over 90% of an average square foot of air in Southern California. Now this virus is tiny. It's so tiny it has no weight and it's not affected by gravity. So this thing, if somebody coughs or sneezes and this thing's floating in the breathing zone, the chances of it attaching itself to a particle is pretty high. As a matter of fact, that's what's going to happen. It's going to attach itself to a particle, then it's affected by gravity, so it's going to move around. If it doesn't, it's just going to sit there in the breathing zone until it either loses its potency or somebody ingests it. So that's why we wear masks. But if it attaches to a particle, now it can be sucked up into the air intake of an HVAC system, in which case that particle is going to be more than likely in this range right here, which is over 90% of a square foot of air, those particles. A very competent MERV product is good enough, will do the job. But I understand for you property managers out there, you guys are getting tenants that want to increase efficiencies. Fine, you can do that very simply. But what's more important to me, for me as a professional in this industry, is to eliminate the gaps and bypass that pleated filters present. Because regardless of whose concept, you could go back on LinkedIn and look at all these presentations that these HVAC design engineers are giving you, or these mechanical engineers on what you need to do to increase your air changes. What you don't want is a dirty system. They are all emphasizing keeping your system clean, which why air filters isn't brought into play on any of these blows my mind, because we all know what happens when you have pleated filters. I've shared that with you. If you really don't know, please log on to my website and you can see over 20 years of documentation I've been taking personally throughout my career. And we all know you're not going to maintain a clean system with pleated filters. Even if you buy MERV 13, MERV 14 pleated filters, you still have all that bypass. But with our MERV 9 Guardian links, you enjoy these conditions. Immaculate conditions, you, everything's staying clean. I mean, the chances of a virus being in this system are a lot more diminished than in the others that I showed you. I mean, you could see it with your eyes. So, what's more important here? So, getting the MERV 13, MERV 14 product that you could see there's a problem here. Does it really solve your problem? In my opinion, no. Or you get these PolyShield products, MERV 11, PolyShield links and panels, or bulk media, these products. So you could tell your tenants that you've significantly increased your efficiency. You've added products with a biocide antimicrobial that's active throughout the life of the filters, that these filters keep your system as clean as they could possibly be kept. And that's it. That's what they want to hear. You'll be fine. I'm doing this to all my hospitals right now. We've increased from pre-filters, MERV 9 to MERV 11 poly shields, and then they have the final filters, which are MERV 14, MERV 15 products. Can't get any higher efficient than that. But like I said, it's an easier thing. It's easier said than done for some facilities, you know. So if anybody out there wants to talk filtration, please give me a call. I truly believe that you're going to get a perspective that's going to be very different than what my competitors would tell you. Most of my competitors are just interested in selling you a product. I want to solve problems. So that's what I like to think separates me from my competitors. So anyhow, guys, hope it helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about anything you'd like to talk about. Take care.